YouTubers, how you all doing? Well, this is sort of a bit of a mixed bag video, really. As you would have probably noticed, I managed to get a guy in Germany last night. Nice contact, you know. I think there was like a little bit of a language issue going on there, but he done well. His English is better than my German, let's put it that way. But I did sort of say I'd let you know what I thought between some of the rigs that I've got. And just for anyone who don't know, every time I video that happens. Anyway, while I'm thinking about it, Dave's received the rig today. I was starting to sweat a bit. Oh my God, you know, it's lost in the post. So Dave, enjoy that, mate. Don't ask me no questions about it, because I know jack about it. All I know, I think it does about 4 watts FM, and with a bit of a whistle, does about 6 or 7 AM. So good luck with that. It's a nice little rig, you know. Yeah, these rigs. For anyone who don't know, I've got the Grant Mark II. I've got the Superstar 6900. Them two are both my new rigs. I've also got a Superstar 6900, which I've been using for a little while. It's a CRT model. And I've been out mobile with the 2 new rigs just recently. God, what do I say? I'm having a job to get my head around the Superstar 6900's clarifier. Maybe it's just me, you know. It's a nice rig, nice and bright. It's got everything on it, you know. It's got an echo on it, though. I don't know what that sounds like. Apparently they sound better with a normal mic, because the mic that they come with is like one of these tiny little things. You know, it's usable. But I spoke to a mate of mine who lives local, and he said he got one. And people were saying, oh, well, you don't sound like you did on your other rig. Well, this other rig's probably an HF rig, do you know what I mean? So it ain't going to sound the same. But he swapped out the mic for just a standard, like, coffin mic, if you know what I mean. And apparently that really improved the audio. I'm presuming he's talking about FM, because my mate Liam, that's his preferred mode, you know. So, Grant Mark II. I ain't going to sort of say nothing bad about it, but I ain't got it from the shop to review it and frightened of saying what I think. Do you know what I mean? It's alright, don't really float my boat, to be honest. Through no fault of the rig, you know. I'll probably pick it up every now and again, take it out and use it. What do I find a bit sort of limiting on it? I suppose it's because it's push button rather than, you know, like if you're driving, I tend to have my rig on the passenger seat. With something like the Superstar, I can, you know, without taking my eyes off the road, have a little feel around and think, oh yeah, that's the band selector and that's the mode, what's the name. Whereas with the Grant, you can't do that, because the mode selector is a button. Now, it's only my personal thing, you know, that's for me. For you, you might have it mounted on the dash, might not matter. Or of course, if you're at home and it's sat on the side, brilliant. But I do all my stuff mobile, and that's just one thing that I thought I'd mention. All the reports on the Grant 2, fine. It does tend to make a few funny noises, you know, and it behaves itself a bit weird. I don't know whether it's the auto squelch kicking in or what it is, but I have a job to sort of, I have to keep sort of looking over at the rig, you know, has it gone off or something. I know how the auto squelch works. So that's that. The Superstar 6900, like I say, lovely looking bit of kit. I just don't, I'm having a job to get my head around the clarifier. Because rather than it being a smooth action, you know, sort of, if I get my hand in front of the camera like this, it's sort of a click, 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 you know. I don't know why they did that. I suppose it's got its advantages, because it's not as easily sort of knocked as your average clarifier, and I ain't quite got my head around its different functions yet. Because you can press it and it goes up in 1 kc, press it again, it goes up in 10, you know, and all that. Again, it seems to me it's got like a noisy receiver on it. That's what the impression I'll get. I don't know. But you know what it's like. You get like a rig that you use a lot, and then you get another rig. It just don't sound right. You know what I mean? If I got rid of all my other rigs and stuck with a Superstar, a couple of days, I'd probably forget what the others sound like. Your ears are tuned to the rig. But I did have a contact on the Superstar 6900, as you'd have all seen, into Leamington Spa. I know it's a long way from here, but I mean, I've got to be honest, I've got no idea where it is. Spoke to Paul. Watcher Paul, thanks for the contact if you find this video. So that was pretty good. Paul was using, I can't remember what radio he was using, but yeah, there was 2 of them, him and his mate, and I think they're using an Antron. So yeah, well, that was good contact. And the band was so noisy, it was a difficult one. I'm surprised me and him managed to get that contact. And Paul, sorry I didn't have you clarified in properly, I do realise that. And to be honest, watching the video, I have a job to hear what you were saying, but to anyone watching, when I was sat there, it was much better than that. You know, I only recorded it on my phone. What else? I got a job. You know, I've been saying I've been having problems. Well, problems is sort of like me and the other half, you know. She's decided to throw the towel in, and that's that. Put me in a little bit of an awkward position, if you know what I mean. So I've been looking for a job, and I've been hounding my old manager. You know, is there any jobs, you know. I think to the point I was getting on his wick, you know, so I thought I'd just leave it. Well, he rang me up the other day, said there's a job here if you want it. I've been down yesterday, had a look at the setup, because I ain't been there for 3 years. All's good, you know, a bit of handshaking between me and some of my old workmates, and job's a good one. I start a week Monday, so, you know, that's a new sort of chapter in my life starting. At least I have some money in my pocket. Because in this life, a lot of you will realise, or maybe understand what I'm saying, if you ain't got any money, you're nobody. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm back into that. Unfortunately, it might restrict, you know, obviously how much time I can spend on YouTube, because I've been sat at home for the last 3 years. But I'll do my best. I've still got other hurdles to overcome. I've got to get a vehicle, you know, and probably relocate as well. So, you know, I've got it all to do, but at least I'll have money. I ain't to be stealing chips off of seagulls, do you know what I mean? Sat on a park bench with a little bag of stuff. You know, anyone out there want to buy a rig, give us a quid, it's yours. So there you go, that's all that. I can't really think of much else, really, for a change. But I've noticed I've started to smile when I'm talking. I ain't done that in a little while, as a lot of you would realise. So, jobs are good. And how are you all getting on? You know, with Sideband, I need some feedback here. You know, a lot of you saying, oh, it's dead, or this, that and the other. But I'll just sort of give you like a bit of a rundown on how I was able to upload them 2 videos yesterday. I had to go to the shop. Thought I'd take the rig with me. I pulled up on the way to the shop on this little hill that I sit on. And it was just, to me, it makes no sense having channel 27 as a sideband calling frequency. Sorry anyone else, you know. But it's one of the noisiest frequencies. I think channel 12 would have been much better. Because, you know, if you're on the band regularly, there's a lot of European stations come through and they'll sit on the higher channels. You know. But, you know, who am I to say? At the end of the day, don't really matter. Find a clear frequency. give it large. You know what I mean? Hope for the best, because people ain't limited to just that channel. But you know, that said, I've made some contacts from 27. Anyway, I thought, sod it, you know, there's AM all over the place, so I'll just start calling CQ, which I did, not expecting to get anything. On about the third or fourth shout, there was a little bit of quiet, and I heard, was it Paul? Or he heard me, one of the two. We ended up going to another channel, and it was almost like playing peekaboo in between the big AM FM signals, but we managed it, you know. I went to the shop, got me Abbott Ale, you know, got to have your medicine, ain't you? And I did say to Paul I'd come back on, but what I decided to do, because I was sort of fed up of prattling about with a clarifier, which didn't really seem to be doing a lot, you know, in all fairness. I went home, put my beer in the fridge, you know, got to get your priorities right. Picked up the Superstar 3900. Don't know why I did, but I did. I could have easily picked up the Grant 2. Went back up the hill, and I thought, oh God, I ain't never going to make nothing here. It was just carrier everywhere, you know. But again, I thought, no, sorry. I could hear some German stations. They were speaking in English, and if you sort of watched all my videos, one of them were talking about the fish being jumping. I thought, well, the fish are jumping. You know, I've got a chance of maybe getting through to Germany or wherever. So I just started making some QRM, you know, of the 2.6 division brand, giving it large, you know, and I honestly thought nothing's going to happen. And then in between some of these big AM FM signals on 2.7, I heard someone say Charlie Tango. Now obviously at the minute it seems like everyone's a Charlie Tango, you know. I thought it could have been me, maybe it weren't, and I put out another call and I said listening on, I think it was the next channel down. Went down there, give it the big one, you know, QRZ is 26, Charlie Tango 318, all expectant, you know, you know, someone's bound with me, nothing. So I went back, carried on trying, and eventually I heard my call sign. All I heard, amongst all the other signals, was 318. Thought that'll be me. Let's give it large. Let's go for it. Managed to talk to Philip, and in between all the racket, we managed to go down a channel and have a conversation. So yeah, it was good. So I know some of you are still sort of struggling maybe to make them European contacts. Only way to do it, lads, get on a rig, make some noise, you know, get on the calling frequency. I mean, if I go up the hill and I sit there for like 3 hours and don't get anyone, I don't upload the video. It's as simple as that. Don't think for 1 minute that either me or Andy, Andy as in Oscar Kilo 039, don't always happen. You know, you've got to sort of stick with it. I mean, a lot of you, I don't want to tell, you know, you old timers how to suck eggs, but some of the new people to sideband seem to be sort of, what's the word, watching everyone else's video thinking, I wish I could do that. The only way of doing it, pick the mic up, get a shout out, you know. Good luck with it as well. Anyway, I wrap this video up because I'm sort of going into just Wafflesville. Got a little bit of a thick head on me today. For the first time in a long while, I was sat here last night monkeying about on the computer, and I fell asleep, and my head went, and oh, you know, give it one of them. I thought it's time to get in bed. So yeah, that's Abbott Ale for you. Thanks for watching, guys. You know, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I don't know if it's good or bad news that I give you about, you know, problems that I've had, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. As long as you've got a few quid in your pocket, you're alright. That's the way I look at it. Thanks for watching, guys. Get out there, give it some on 2.7 up a sideband. You know, let's see if we can't get ourselves a bit of elbow room on that calling frequency. Catch you later, guys. Thanks for watching.